viewers, welcome to the video lecture series for job role of Solanaceous Crop Cultivator Class 10th. In Unit 2, we will discuss about weed management. This unit has two sessions. Session 1 deals with the topic of weeds in vegetable crops. So let us begin with the first topic, that is weeds and their characteristics. So viewers, what are weeds? Weeds may be defined as unwanted plants that grow in another plant space and uses mineral and fertilizers that is meant for the desired crop. Let us now understand the characteristics of weeds one by one. First, weed seeds germinate early, grow fast, and being hardy, compete with the main crop for light, moisture, and nutrients. Second, weeds are unwanted plants that are harmful to crops, livestock, and human beings. Third, weeds can survive under unfavorable conditions. Fourth, they have a very high and prolific capacity to reproduce. Fifth, even under a deeper layer of soil, the weed seed can remain viable. Sixth, some specific structures like wings, hooks, spines, sticky hair, etc. are present in the seeds, which can help in easy dissemination over longer distance. Let us now understand the different types of weeds. Some common weeds are monocot weeds, dicot weeds, and sedges. Let us understand them one by one. First, monocot weeds. These weeds have hollow and round stem. Internodes are short and hard. The leaves are slender, long, and have parallel veins. Some examples are the common grasses like the dhoop grass, Cynodon dactylon, motha, Cyprus rotundus, and crabgrass, Digitaria sanguinalis. These belong to this group. Second, dicot weeds. They have a taproot system with broad leaves. The veins on the leaves are netted and they produce flowers such as bathua, Chenopodium album, Amaranthus species, etc. Third, sedges. They have hard triangular stems and look like grass. The leaves extend from each side of the stem in three directions. Sedges have sharp edges. Viewers, there's another way in which weeds can be classified. First, broadleaf weeds and grassy weeds. You can visualize the difference between the two on your screens. Let us take a look. The broadleaf weeds have two seeds, cotyledons, whereas the narrowleaf or grassy weeds have only one seed. As the name suggests, their leaves are broad, whereas the grassy weeds have narrow leaves. The veins of the broadleaf weeds are netted or branched, whereas the narrow-leafed weeds have parallel veins. The broad-leafed weeds have branched stems, whereas the narrow-leafed weeds have unbranched stems. The flowers of the broad-leafed weeds are showy, whereas the narrow-leafed weeds have inconspicuous flowers. Viewers, apart from the ones covered so far, there are some parasitic weeds which absorb nutrients and water through the roots of the crop plants. For example, broom rape and dodder and witchweed. Let us now take a look at another way of classifying the weeds, that is based on their life cycle. On your screens now, you will be able to observe a classification chart depicting the classification of weeds based on their life cycle. Let us discuss the categories one by one. First, annuals. In annuals, a weed grows from a seed and completes its life cycle within 1 year. Viewers, generally, such weeds are considered comparatively easy to control. However, due to their large numbers and large quantity of seeds and fast growth, they are very constant. Vegetable crops are largely affected by these weeds. Let us now understand the classification of annual weeds. They are further classified as summer annuals and winter annuals. The annuals which germinate during the spring season and show maximum growth during the summer season are known as summer annuals. A summer annual usually flowers, produces seeds and dies. The seeds remain dormant in the soil until the next spring. The common summer annual weeds include xanthium, also known as cocklebur, convolvulus, morning glory, amaranthus, also known as pigweed, chenopodium, that is lamb's quarters, and digitaria, that is crabgrass. These weeds are most problematic in summer crops like tomato, okra, peppers, cucurbitaceous crops, and other spring planted vegetable crops. Winter annuals. Viewers, they germinate during late summer and winter. Usually flower and produce seeds in spring or early summer before dying. During summer months, the seeds remain dormant in the soil because the high temperature of the soil restricts their germination. The winter annual weeds include bromus, that is cheatgrass, capsella, also known as shepherd's purse, sonchus or sow thistle, and synapses, that is wild mustard. These weeds are mostly problematic in winter and early spring for grown crops like carrots, radish, beetroot, onion, garlic, coal, lettuce, etc. Second, biennials. These wheat plants complete their life cycle in more than 1 year, but do not take over 2 years. The troublesome weeds that fall in this group are wild carrot and chrysium, that is bull thistle, etc. Third, perennials. Viewers, these weeds take more than 2 years to complete their life cycle and may live for many years. They reproduce by seeds and also spread vegetatively. They are further classified into simple perennials and creeping perennials. Simple perennials spread only by seed and not by vegetative means. However, the cut pieces of plant may also produce new plants. The roots of these weeds are fleshy and may grow very large. For example, rhamnus, buckthorn, plantago, broadleaf plantain, and phytolacca or pokeweed. The creeping perennials multiply through creeping roots, that is, creeping above the ground stems, stolons, or creeping below ground stems like rhizomes, and also by seeds. Some common examples of creeping weeds are Convolvulus arvensis, that is, field bindweed, Cynodactylon, doobgrass, Sorghum helpens, that is, Johnson grass, and Cirsium arvenis, that is, Canadian thistle. Some weeds also propagate by means of tubers, which are modified rhizomes, such as Helianthus tuberosus, also known as Jerusalem artichoke, and cypress, that is, nut sedge or nut grass. Viewers, on your screen now, you will be able to visualize the list of common weeds associated with different vegetable crops. Some common weeds associated with solanaceous vegetables like tomato, potato, brinjal, chili, etc. are cholai, also known as slender amaranth, satyanashi, also known as Mexican prickly poppy, batua, also known as lamb's quarter, kandai or lehli, also known as Canadian thistle, and doob, also known as Bermuda grass. Summary. Viewers, we have come to the end of this video. Let us quickly summarize the contents of this video. In this video, we discussed about weeds, characteristics of weeds, classification of weeds, and common weeds of vegetable crops. Thank you.